if you can kind of elaborate for a second on the idea of somebody like that, maybe that's somebody who's listening to or watching the podcast right now who find themselves perhaps stuck because they went out and got their own authority and that freight for them is drying up. What can they do? Where can they go?
I think the logical move is going to be back to leasing on to a carrier. Again, during a hyperinflated market, anyone can go out and be successful. And I'm not bashing the people that took that chance and made that effort to do that. It's just, unfortunately, it was a perfect storm. Equipment prices, insurance prices, fuel prices. I mean, the price of everything, the price of parts, labor, tires. It's very hard. And when you're in that kind of economy and those carriers, newbies like that or startups, are generally relying on third-party business.
Sure.
They're getting it off bid boards or brokers or other carriers and that. At some point, you start to look at your costs as the pricing, as the freight rates come down, you look at revenue, you start looking at your costs. At some point, you're more economical to go back under a big carrier flag because, we have the sales structures. We have the direct relationships with customers and with shippers and that. Like you said, in a hyper market, there was money to be made. But hyper markets only last so long. And unfortunately, more people should have realized that. But they didn't. And, I respect anyone for taking a chance and doing what they thought was best to better themselves or an opportunity.
Sure.
But, hey, I could have been wrong. It could still swing again tomorrow. It could mess up the whole supply chain. We didn't know if COVID was going to be a year. I mean, God, we all thought it was going to be 6 weeks.
Right. Flattening the curve, right?
And we're getting ready in May to declare it officially over. I'm not sure how we determine months in advance that that's the date we'll declare it over. Right. But, but the bad parts of it, I mean, God forbid, it could have lasted for years longer. Yeah. I mean, at this point, none of us imagined it lasting for years. So to say it could have lasted 2 more years longer, nothing seems out of the ordinary or out of question any longer. The realities of what could be.